It's about
We're
2.5
starting?
inches.
All right, I gotta pull up Twitch.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, hey guys.
How are we doing today?
Are we live yet? All right.
Well, we were always
Can
live.
people hear me?
We are live.
We were never not live.
Hello.
Hi. How are
people
you?
there?
No, nobody's there. This is my channel, not Lost Initiative. Nobody's here. I'm just kidding. You're here, Muffin, and that's all that matters.
Hello.
Oops.
Are people
I sent
talking?
You the wrong link. Tyler, I sent you the wrong link. Don't click that. That's my P-Hub account. You don't need to look at that.
What?
I'll copy the right link for you this time. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm an old man. What?
Oh,
P-Hub?
Tyler's raiding me. Oh boy, look at that raid.
Tyler, I said P-Hub.
What are you peeing in a hub for?
No. That's not what it is. It's something else. I'll send you a link.
Okay. How do I send email? Do I just stick this mail in my floppy drive disk?
Floppy? Oh man, I'll show you floppy.
Don't show me your floppy, please.
Sorry, I'm being the pretend I'm
show
Scott.
You my 3.5 inch floppy drive. Hey baby.
3.5 inch floppy drive.
I'll show you my massive 8-track.
Why are you adding me? Why are you sending me Why did you send me a Discord attachment and the other one you sent me a stylus?
Because you need them. You need them.
He's trying to teach Tyler how to do dark mode.
Night mode. What the hell?
Dark mode,
You're
night
right.
mode. It's the same difference.
All you are sending me are things that my computer is downloading repetitively that says stylus.
You only need one.
Okay, Messi, now that you're into his computer, hack the new YouTube video. Quick.
Yeah, I'm
quick.
already on it.
Download
I'm editing it live right now on his computer.
Yes!
You know what's really funny is the video. I don't have the files for my YouTube on any of my computers because my editor has them on.
Wow.
Because I can just download them from YouTube itself.
Hey Tyler, for no reason whatsoever, do you mind just sending those links to your editor? Don't worry about it.
Sure.
They totally want dark mode too.
Yeah.
Totally.
I'll grab that. I'll grab that later. Messy.
Does P-Hub have a light mode? I get tired of seeing myself in the reflection.
You know, after looking at my level 10 character over on the campaign where I'm building a new character, I look at Ophios's level 8 and I'm like, this is sad. Rena, I'm sorry. I'm sorry we're like this.
Oh my god.
I'm not even listening, honestly. I'm trying to figure out how to ask the question I'm trying to ask Scott, but can't figure out how to do it. So,
Rena, the answer is yes. The question is,
Does
when
anyone
and
know
where.
in the chat though?
No, Rena, the
Yeah, I
answer
know
is
I'm
penis
asking.
enlargement pills are a scam. They don't work. Don't take them.
you couldn't have like messaged me. That
Oh, sorry. I forgot we were live. Hello?
God.
Hi.
I think we're muted, so
No.
should be okay.
No.
Oh, hey, Cryptic.
Oh, Cryptic brought out the camera today.
Well, Cryptic's a voyeur. I mean, he's pulling out the video camera. Rena's DMing me. Just saying. Just saying.
All we do is bully Cryptic. That's all we do.
Only
I
because
don't
he's too
bully
afraid
Cryptic.
to dance for us. If
I
Cryptic
don't
danced
bully
for us
Cryptic.
once, I would never bully him again. That's a lie.
Scott, don't you want him to buy you a cam or a GPU?
No, I'm good. I'm good for a while. I would need a GPU if and when I was ever able to do this more or less exclusively. Because like the
Oh, so when you quit.
yeah, well, Brittany.
Are you gonna make that announcement today, by the way?
No. Brittany and I have made this, had this discussion a bunch of times. I'm sure I talked about it stream a bunch of times. Like what I currently do now, what I would do is I'd peel back that to the minimum hours I could work while maintaining health insurance, which for most businesses is 32. But if I could work somewhere where I could do 32 hours in say like 2 or 3 days, that would actually be ideal. Like if I could do just like, 3 11-hour days, that'd be perfect for me because that's easy. Like that's nothing. And I could have 4 whole days off and I could stream those 3 days still, or at least 2 of them. And then eventually peel it down to like say 15-hour days, and then eventually scale it off. But most businesses don't offer you health insurance unless you're at least at 32 hours. So doesn't help me. But So, what's up, people? How are you doing today? Good? Well? Awesome? Great?
Rena, someone's moving in on Cryptic in the chat here.
He's a hot commodity. I don't blame them.
Someone named Summon Snake.
Well, I mean, Cryptic has that, you know.
That's kind of a sus-sounding name.
Yeah, kind of a perverse username to have.
So, Rena, have you been watching She-Ra yet?
Actually, no. I've been watching Darling in the Franxx,
Don't know what
and
that
I'm
is.
obsessed with it.
Well, when you're done with that one, watch She-Ra next.
Okay, fine.
I've been watching a lot of Betty and the Jets.
No,
I
it's
thought you would have liked that.
I don't know. It's not that. It's if you don't have it, you pay fines. Like I visit a doctor. The ones where my wife are like, you have to. It's your mandatory checkup. Go. And I'm like, well, it's not actually mandatory. It's just it's covered for free if you go. So mandatory by wife checkups. That's the only time I go. That and that cyst I had on my ass back in April.
Nice. Also, Darling in the Franxx is not a good show. I don't know how you watch it.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
What?
It's not a good show.
I think it's a good show.
It's not.
What's it
Why?
about? Rena, what's it about?
You don't like the
Rena-
whole
Rena-
mechanics.
Do
is
you wanna
that
know?
what it is?
Rena, no,
Do you
hold
wanna
on,
know?
Messy,
Scott,
hold
do you
on.
wanna know what it's
No,
about?
Hold on.
No,
Rena,
no,
pitch
no.
the
Let
show.
Messy explain.
Rena,
Yeah.
Rena, you pitch the show and then we'll have Messy counter.
Yeah, go ahead, Rena. Explain the show.
No.
No, pitch it.
No.
You like it, so give the positives, please.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't even know what it's about. I've never even heard of it before.
I don't want to. Okay. I'm trying to think of a spoiler-free.
She's
Wait
like,
a
how do I say it in a way
I do
that's
not care
not
about
the way it
spoilers.
is?
That's
How do
not-
I lie about it to make it
Stop.
sound good?
I do not care about
It's
spoilers.
good.
Go ahead.
It's not good.
Knows too. It's essentially like, okay, they make they raise these kids to pilot these like giant mechs that fight these like alien creatures that threaten humanity, or so it seems.
So
That's
it's Mech Warriors.
The main premise of it, yeah.
Is it a
but
cartoon?
then
Gundam.
add a dash of fan service.
Not a dash.
A dash, and
No, not a dash.
dash, and some really questionably dark shit to their backstories, and you've got the cool show. It's very interesting. Okay, I
Not a
just
good
like
show.
it. I think it's good.
But hold on.
It's not basically
is it a
Pacific Rim
Is it a
at all.
cartoon?
It
It's
is
an
kind of
anime.
like Pacific Rim, though.
Hold on,
It's
is
not
it
It's like
like
the
Pacific
it's like the
cartoon?
anime waifu version of Pacific Rim.
Okay, so it's
I don't
anime.
think that's wrong.
It's anime.
You do need
Yeah.
two people to pilot it.
Yeah. Oh, you want to know? You
Oh,
want to
like
know what it's about,
Pacific Rim.
Scott? Not quite, Scott.
What's it about?
Not quite. It's about teenagers who are raised from a young age to have partners that they pilot these mechs with, and it's nothing but to pilot the mech. It's you're in a skin tight suit and you're dry humping each other doggy style,
No.
and that's how you pilot the ship. And anything isn't it like anything one person feels the other person feels, or is that cyberpunk? I don't remember.
That's.
Isn't it like you have to balance your emotions with them? It's like you guys are in one mind or something.
No, it's like it's like
Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim. Yeah, your like
Yeah.
minds connect. Yeah.
Which is like a
So
terrible
basically, to fight, you have sex in a mech, and the better your sex is, the better your mech fights. That's basically the whole show, pretty much.
It
Oh,
sounds
and
like a
outside of the mech
typical
too, especially if you wear devil horns.
No, she's not human.
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh, of course she's not. She's also
she's a tiefling.
She's
No.
a TIE fighter?
Yeah, she's a TIE fighter.
That's
She's
what a TIEfling
promiscuous.
is. It's a TIE fighter.
So
I only know of tieflings.
It's
Is
an
this-
anime. I don't know
is
what
this
you guys
an
expected
actual
here.
like Japanese anime or is it like American?
It's based on a
anime?
manga,
Oh, yeah.
so yeah,
This is legit anime.
legit.
I probably won't ever watch it. I've seen too
okay.
many. I've seen too many mech animes and whatnot to be interested anymore. I'm like, cool, new concept, please. Can we get some more? What the hell's that? What the hell's that one called? The guy with the biosuit.
BioShock.
No, the guy with the biosuit. What's it called? MacGyver. No, the Guyver. Just not MacGyver. The Guyver. Yeah, we need more Guyver. That's what we need. More Guyver. So, What's your
Did
opinion
anyone
of the
listen to
anime,
him
Tyler?
when the old man trailed off? Did anyone?
Anime?
Hear what he
I
said?
don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Okay, but have you seen All No Zero?
I don't even know what that is.
Tyler, have you
Messy,
ever watched
messy.
an anime and enjoyed it?
Jujutsu Kaisen's
Depends
pretty
on
good.
what you designate as an anime.
Okay, well, name a show that you believe or a movie that you believe is an anime that you enjoyed.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
It's not
well,
anime,
Pokemon,
but close enough.
Pokemon is, and I
It
like
is.
that.
Okay, there you go. That
Well,
flies.
I like the OG, like season 1 and season 2. After that, it became trash.
I like once Togepi came around. That was around when I stopped watching. Because then
That
I hit
was like the first half of the first season.
Then I hit like 14, and I was like, now I'm too old for this show. But
Yeah, I gotta go get my pizza out of the oven though.
and there it is. Then we start the session.
My Hero Academia is good. Not a lot of fan service in that one too.
Everybody says My Hero is really good. I'll
I
watch
like
that
Fire
next.
Force. Fire Force has a little bit too much fan service, particularly around one character. It's just annoying, frankly, but it's still a good show. I'm just naming the ones that are out now that are good.
I'm watching She-Ra right now. And when that's done, I won't watch TV again for like a few months until I have time that I think that I can spend, but I really can't. And then I'll find something else.
Scott, your
Why do
mic
we
turned
hear
way up there.
weird
Did it?
fuzziness? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like blown out.
Audio settings. It's automatically adjusting my microphone. But maybe it's this update.
What? He's too
Is
loud.
that now that I turned off the auto adjust? Does this sound better?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, and background noise suppression, that should be okay, but I'm going to put it on. It's currently on auto. If it sounds like an issue again, I will change that.
Just saying, though,
Chat wouldn't have heard those problems, just to be clear.
for all the anime people in the chat that are looking for something to get to binge watch, that's older, I would definitely suggest Full Metal Brotherhood. Just amazing.
Well,
Probably
again,
my favorite anime.
watch FMA first, and then FMB.
I tried watching FMA recently. It's in 480p and it's like
Well,
the animation
yeah,
is
it's
pretty
older.
shitty.
It's older.
I know, but like for people who
If you watch
don't
Akira,
watch
the
show,
animation's even more shitty, but it's still an amazing experience.
for entry level anime, I wouldn't watch the OG one. I would watch Brotherhood and then go
For
watch the OG
entry
one if you
level?
like it. Yeah, I'm talking entry level.
Then if you watch the Brotherhood first, then you don't appreciate the old one as much, and you don't appreciate Brotherhood as much.
Yeah, it's old though. It's old and it doesn't look good. It's like saying, oh, if you like movies, you need to
Disagree.
watch the fucking one with the moon
Brotherhood's
with the
so
eyeball
much
thing.
so much less emotional, in my opinion, so much less raw. But
You won't enjoy colored films unless you watch these black and white ones.
there are a lot of really good black and white films.
That's great, but that's not how the world works.
It's
People
like-
don't want to watch black and white films anymore.
It's like Samurai Jack is better
Okay,
after you
before
watch
you watch
after you
Avengers-
watch Seven Samurai.
Before you watch Avengers, you have to watch Charlie Chaplin. You won't understand what's going on unless you watch this one.
Those are unrelated. We're talking about literally the same exact story, one that expands in the beginning and one that expands at the
better.
end. You want to... I'm not arguing whether or not Brotherhood's better. I'm not disputing that. I'm not arguing with you in the least bit. I'm saying Brotherhood says, hey, that whole beginning half of the story, throw a rock, done. Okay, now let's focus on the last half. Whereas the original focuses on the beginning half, and then the last half they go, and they
you're
take
not
a
wrong.
shit inside your cereal. Like this, the last third of the original FMA is garbage. But you're so invested in the story at that point, you don't care. Then when we watch Brotherhood, the first part is like so sped up. There's like no story there. But then the second half is like fucking amazing. So,
Steve, you writing this down in your notes? Thanks. Ow.
I don't think Steve needs this. I think Steve has watched them all.
What did you just send me?
I know Githane.
What is this?
Githane, I know.
the anime I was trying to tell you
I
about.
know.
Oh,
The idea
okay.
that Full Metal Alchemist is old when it came out in like
Just like
2006 is a little painful. It's a
And don't watch dubs
little
because
painful.
subs are better.
You say dubs
Oy.
are better?
I said subs are better.
Aklo's yelling at us.
Well, I'm a dub guy. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I mean, it's fine. But I just like this.
I like to look at memes on my phone while I listen. Good bits.
Tyler's staring intensely at his Pornhub account.
We hit 9:30.
He hasn't blinked. He hasn't blinked
Start now.
yet.
We hit 9:30. Podcast over.
Tyler, you gotta blink. Tyler, you have to look away. I know
Tyler,
you love
you
it.
should-
I know you love the way it bounces, but you gotta blink.
Tyler, when you're on, Key Hub, you
There
gotta
it is.
turn off light
Oh
mode
God, yeah, seriously.
on camera.
Here you go, Tyler. Oh boy.
I'm not looking. I'm looking at my character sheet for this thing I'm working on. All right, shut up.
He's looking on a different campaign because we bored him with anime. He's like, fuck, I'm gonna go play Mass Effect.
No, the Mass Effect campaign ended, Messi.
Yeah, I know.
They already announced the next one. That's
Oh, okay. There you
Okay. Whew.
go. Wow. Tyler's over here doing roll for it while up in here. Thanks, Tyler. Ouch. I tried to do a Mass Effect campaign, but I got voted down.
Hey, you could have had me on Lost Initiative. You
Down
could have.
votes.
You didn't invite
Down
me.
votes. It got down votes, Tyler. If we did Mass Effect, things could have been different. Now I don't want to do that Mass Effect
We would be
because
friends.
Roll for it did. Now I don't want to. That's not true at all. I'd totally do Mass Effect again. I've done it like 100 times. It's a lot
Yeah,
of fun.
do it right now.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
I'm
so,
sorry that I've been cheating on you with another channel, Scott,
Oh, I'm not sorry
and
at all.
another GM and DM.
Okay. The same thing. But another girl and woman. Oh,
That's right.
interesting. But what was I saying? I'm sure you had a lot of fun playing with Maggie. I love playing with Maggie personally. All right.
Maggie's great.
Unless she stabs you in the chest. So,
Maggie and I were the only survivors of the last campaign.
oh, I don't know what that's
She
like.
killed everyone else, huh?
No, the enemy did.
All right. Are we ready?
Sorry
Are-
to hear that.
Are we ready to actually play our session tonight?
Do we
Yeah.
have to?
I think Rena and I have been ready. I think it's been you and Messi talking like the whole time.
We don't have to.
Well, Rita had that look on her face like, I need to finish writing this important DM to Scott about what's transpiring this session.
Nope, I'm writing a tweet to say that we're actually live now.
Oh, yeah,
did you
Twitter.
do that, Scott? Because I always need to tweet to like and retweet. Arena's the only one who does
I mean,
it,
I
so-
tweeted
Yeah,
it.
you
I
can't-
just,
yeah, you can't do
I just
that.
don't at people because it doesn't auto at for me in the program. So I just like, it's too much work.
I always just retweet Rena's if I remember.
Yeah, I just retweet Rena's. Is that bad?
That's
I
what I,
come
do, and
here-
I get in
I-
trouble for it.
I come straight from work. I come straight from work. So I go work, run home, go live. All right, let's go.
Wait, before we start,
Okay.
Rena, the 9-foot tall vampire in the new Resident Evil game.
Lady Demetrius.
Okay, so you know her name.
Of
Quick question,
course I
very simple
do.
question. Would you?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Why did you have to ask?
Now we can start.
Okay.
So last time on Aurorum Regicide, I had to stare at the logo to see what we're playing. Aurorum Regicide. You guys came into the capital. We actually had a legitimately decent session of lots of real RP and whatnot. It was pretty solid. Speaking to the queen, her advisors, so on and so forth. A whole bunch of details like that. Then after realizing that the queen is not going to assist you because you're asking her to more or less fund a shadow op that potentially would involve assassination of high-level peoples in another
Lots of
nation
governments have done it.
because you believe that they are aliens,
Lots of
which
governments
you
have
have
done
evidence
something
to
similar.
prove that these aliens exist, but not necessarily evidence to prove that these aliens exist in those positions in that nation. In that nation, so she's like, "Bro, what? No." And doesn't go along with your plan, informs you that that's not something that she could support. You guys leave, and you have some alcoholic beverages inside of a tavern to blow off steam. And after that plays out oh so well, but with a pleasant conversation with Arthur, where maybe start some backdoor side deals. Rena goes to take a pee, as you do when you drink a lot. And on her way out of the bathroom after washing hands, which she didn't do because it's like, medieval ages.
Scooter.
She was interrupted on her walk back to, I think, Ophios, Where there was a conversation saying more or less like, hey, so, listen, my employer sent me. I was told to lend you some aid
That's
in this
not
matter.
how it went.
And she's like, I'll punch you in the
Aye.
face. And they're like, listen, funny joke about your friend leaving. Sore spot? Oh. And you're like, I'm going to punch you in the face. And she's like, okay, bye. And that was the end of the
I'm
conversation.
a smooth guy who's very friendly and nice to you, and you're leaving. Goodbye. That's not what happened, though.
That is exactly what happened.
No, it was, I'm shady as F. I can help you do some really shady shit. And Reina's like, we're leaving our friend behind in his home. I don't want to do shady shit in his home. Punch you in the face, walk away.
You, Scott, you banned the word scooter?
I banned. Oh, you weren't here. I don't want to get off track because we finally found it. We're finally at the train station, right? The hype train station. So
Oh, okay.
I unfortunately
Wow.
it doesn't let me ban the emote or the emoji.
No way, the emote's alive.
But I banned
wanna-
I banned like 30. No, it's like 58 iterations of Scooter. What's up, Tyler?
I just want to point out that my birthday was last month, and you still didn't give me anything.
Didn't we vote for what it was?
I don't think you ever gave it to him though. Also,
You said
my
you were
birthday's
gonna
next
power
weekend.
up the weapon that we're gonna retrieve.
No, they voted for something else.
Yeah.
Oh,
What did they
I
vote
missed
for
that.
instead?
Something that helps me against lopers, I think.
Oh yeah, an item that helps against lopers specifically.
Oh yeah. Well, you haven't received that yet because it doesn't make sense. You will receive it soon. Probably this
Okay,
session.
let's go.
Yes. Yes.
My birthday's next weekend, so can I put my order in now so it's ready on time? I have an Amazon gift card.
Due to COVID, we're experiencing a higher than usual delays.
No.
I
it can't
swear
be
to
true.
God. I swear to God.
You should expect your delivery on the 5th week of November.
2022.
All right, I'm going back to making my other character. Screw this campaign. I love you, Rena.
Bad
love
scooter
you,
with
Messi,
with
but I'm
fives and
out.
threes.
So are we?
We just lost a
Ow.
PC.
YOLO.
Okay, so Scotter? Huh. So anyways, you boys, Rita, you head back to your apartment with what's his name, and you guys, I imagine you sleep it off pretty hard, pretty deep, pretty heavy sleep.
Yeah. One of
The,
the
um,
not so pretty sleeps.
Yeah, I mean that was a considerable amount of alcohol that you had consumed, so I imagine you sleep it off pretty bad. Either way,
Hell. My game closed.
so you wake up.
Appropriation.
You wake up the next morning, not with a glass of wine in your hands. The smell of it would turn your stomach. You are the Ophios.
Oh. Oh God. Is he? Did we? Fuck! I drank so much.
But how could he? Wait, but
Weird. All the calculations start floating in front of her. He's like on the floor. Like what? I made coffee.
Oh! They have coffee in Amalta.
Yeah, you
They
you
do.
said that coffee exists. Yeah.
In Amalta, it does. Yeah, Amalta's a good nation. They have coffee. The angry nations don't have coffee. So you
Coffee.
you can have coffee in the morning. I don't know if your character's particularly familiar with it. I suppose she's had it before, so
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
God.
it's one of those things where like I don't know, tastes a little funny, but I love it.
Suddenly I'm addicted. Weird.
Yeah.
Need more.
So anyways, so yeah, you wake up in the morning, you make coffee, kind of like I imagine hours literally pass by as your character kind of comes to her senses or whatever. Elijah, you yourself were talking about maybe going to have that conversation with Lady Arceum to hear what she had for
Yes.
a deal or whatever it was. So while we
Yes.
give Tyler a moment to finish his pizza and Rena a moment to have a glass of wine, would you like to go and have that conversation with Lady Arceum?
yes,
Okay. So
if she's available, I can't like just walk in her office.
you have a meeting. You go into the office.
Okay.
As you walk in, Elijah, I must say that nope. Magister Mistro, I'm surprised to see that you had arranged a meeting so quickly, especially considering how the meeting went last night.
This is about more personal matters.
Please, come in, have a seat.
I said, that's what that was.
Should we go over and just sit down?
Can you tell?
I don't know what you're alluding to.
Well, I've aged severely from the temple, as you noted. But there's been other side effects too. Well, I'll show you, if you don't mind.
I don't. Go ahead.
Hold on.
He's quick
I
enough.
thought he was
going to
stretch his face, but that's fine.
There we go. I was like, if he's quick enough, he could do it.
All right. Now I have the happy and the smirky.
The one on the
Two different
right.
emotions.
The one on the right looks like Bradley Cooper.
You mean Rocket Raccoon?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
From the hit TV show, The Avengers,
Messy. On point.
from WandaVision. Okay.
Oh god, that show's terrible. I haven't watched episode 3 yet.
Okay. Episode 4 is
You
when it
should.
gets.
Yeah.
Episodes 1 and
episode
2 are painfully
so-
bad.
Like
They're
push
so
through
bad.
it.
They're
Yeah,
so
push
bad.
through it.
Yeah,
Episode
I'm
four.
like, this season's like 8 episodes long. So you've made 25% of the season fucking horrible. Like
I
not
haven't
even like
watched today's
tolerably,
episode,
but it's just
I haven't
horrible.
either.
And mind you,
it's gonna
keep
speed
watching,
up.
I grew up on Nick at Night. I love Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie and Cheers and all the other Nick at Night shows that I grew up watching. Dick Van Dyke was terrible. But, you know, like, I grew up on that shit. Ugh. It's terrible. Go
The
on.
George Lopez show?
I like
That was
George
Nick at Night,
Lopez.
right?
I like George Lopez. He's pretty funny. He's really funny.
Yeah, I liked him in Spy Kids. Yeah, so he'll
I-
stand up. And,
I was too old for Spy Kids.
Yeah, me too.
I was
He'll
Harriet.
stand-
I was Harriet the Spy.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Harriet's just an old person's name, though. Harriet.
Well,
Boomer name. Okay, so yeah, Elisha will stand up and take off his robe. I don't know, what does a Mistral wear? Whatever his Mistral garb is on his upper half, and he'll show his dying chest and icy body. Yeah, with his veins popping out, being all translucent and shit. Looks like you know in high school when you had those like anatomy figures that had like all the veins and the heart and stuff in it. It's
Yep.
like that, but not as extreme. It's like,
yes, in high school.
you have one
yes.
back there. I can't
high
see
school.
it. That's cool. If we do a live show in person, are you gonna whip it out and be like, okay, here's how you killed him? And you like,
Oh, I will whip it out for you, Bessie.
Okay, let's just move on. Before we file the HR complaint. Yeah, so basically that's it. And then he's just like, I'm dying.
Well, that's unfortunate. She stands up, makes her way over to you, and takes your arm, and lifts it up and kind of, applies a bit of pressure on the different parts of your arm. Unfortunate indeed.
Snaps. I'm just kidding.
Unfortunate indeed. I know those experiments were going to be rough. Didn't think it was going to have quite this impact.
Is there anything you can do?
Unfortunately, I do not believe there is. The brilliant mind that was able to reverse engineer what we had discovered has perished in a fire.
I wouldn't want his help even if he was around. So there's nothing you can do.
No. But then again, these developments were not originated in Malta. I said that like I was drunk.
Explain yourself. What do you mean?
As I had just stated, these developments were reverse engineered from experiments that we had discovered to the west.
Avance?
I said the west.
Avance, not west.
South.
Oh. He would know.
Eustace.
I don't know, but he would know.
Eustace.
Further away from Paradel.
Where?
Eustace.
Oh man, I gotta pop up the map. This is a
Eustace
deep
is
cut.
where the
Hold
gnomes
on.
are from.
Oh, I just accidentally opened up Paradel again. I closed it and then reopened it. So stupid. Thanks. Multi-Avanch. Scaria?
Nope.
That's as far as my map goes. Oh, Eustace, there it is. Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about that place.
It's where the gnomes are from.
I know that, but is that all we know? I feel like we haven't talked about that place much on Regicide.
No, you usually don't have to because your focus is on the east. Well, the central. But east of here.
So the gnomes invented this trick.
Believe so. Either that or they themselves discovered it.
Is that where the Arcane Congress is?
Yes. Or based out of, yes.
Interesting. So the Congress must have known about this.
I don't know how far up it went, how deeply seated this research was, but I can tell you that it is with us now. Very little documentation of this research is... Very little documentation is left of it. Most of it was unfortunately destroyed in that fire.
So you're telling me the only way to even have a chance at surviving this is to go to Eustace?
No, I don't think we need to go quite to that dire yet. You see...
Now we're both coughing.
Yeah, I know. I like swallowed spit the wrong way.
Me and Lady Arceum.
She's like, you give me the vid?
Spreads quick.
I know she joined the community. I don't trust her. So...
Shut up, Steve.
She says, that
Don't
fire...
worry. I found a doctor. Pepper. Dr. Pepper. All right, I'll be here all week. Or at least today and Wednesday.
Wednesday you won't be here. Can I go now?
No, please stay.
Okay. So, she says, the facility that had burned down, the home that had burned down, that housed much of the research material, it was picked over. The papers recovered. But I'm no fool. I know that even from ash, discovery can be made. So it was sealed off, covered from the elements. Great tarps were laid over the destroyed home, and small incantations to stop wind from billowing through them. Every bit of ash that was there at the time that I arrived on site remains there. It is possible the old research paperwork could be discovered. It's just a matter of...
seal it and not search it?
It was searched, which is why we were able to recover the papers that I just mentioned.
Then why would they seal it?
Because from ash, things can be recreated. It just requires somebody who is powerful with Arcane Congress magics.
I thought she was talking metaphorically. Gotcha. Physically, from the ash, you can rebuild it.
It's a spell called Make Whole.
I don't want to make a hole.
Actually, Greater Make Whole. This is, I think, 6th level.
Is that a 5e spell?
Fuck 5e.
That's not magics I've heard of.
5e is trash when it comes to magic. Like, literally, all of 5e's spells do not equal just 1st level, just wizard spells of 3rd edition. All of the spells in 5e combined, of all classes and all levels. Yeah. Moving on. So, as Viking Magoo says, 5e forgets all the cool stuff.
So why wouldn't they being the people who sealed it, why wouldn't they repair the ash and take the papers?
Perhaps it's in your elevated age that you've lost the ability to hear things as I say them. So I'll repeat myself for the 3rd time this conversation.
Fuck, Scott.
It requires somebody who is capable of utilizing higher tiers of Arcane Congress magics. We live in Malta. People of that ability are hard to come by. As a matter of fact, I had somebody of that ability that's lived in the area and should be returning sometime soon. However, they choose not to use those powers. Not right now.
Laszlo?
I forgot that you knew Laszlo.
I know Laszlo, yes.
Yes, Laszlo.
Laszlo's coming back, huh?
He should be heading back this way.
And you said he could reconstruct these works? How for sure are you?
It's possible he'd be able to reconstruct them. He did focus more on enchantments and transmutation than any other form of magic when he was with the Arcane Congress. This is a transmutive spell in accordance to their schools. So, it is possible that he would have that power. He was rather capable when he was with them, which is why it took him only 10 years to master our magics.
He works for you?
No,
Over you?
but we do work in consort.
I appreciate it, the information. So I'm still a little disappointed, but the fact that there's hope, I think I'll sleep well.
But that's not why you came. You came to show me your arm because you came with a request.
Fuck, did I? I did?
The offer still sits on the table for you, Elijah.
What offer?
Do you really not remember? Hold on, wait.
I really don't.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Her offer for you to get out of the field, to come and work for her directly, to work directly for the woman who's in charge of all magical research, development, and maintenance in all of the nation. Wow, it's not just Elijah that's a boomer. Oh man, old man character played by young man Floridian. It's a combination of bath salts and cocaine with boomer brain. Just does not go well.
Stressful and bath salty week. Snaga said that was never offered on stream. So now I don't feel
absolutely, it was offered on stream. 100%. She made offers
Snaga
for
doesn't
you.
remember it.
I remember it.
Yeah, 100% was offered.
It was very brief. That's probably why. Because you had come to, so essentially it's when we brought you back, or when Rina brought you back, to be like, hey, they're legit. And then she's like, oh, by the way, you know, if you want to get out of the field. And you're like, okay, thanks, bye. And then left like right after that. So it would make sense.
It was a scene that was predominantly not for you, but it was an important moment for you. Thanks for remembering, Messi. My stories suck.
On Witcher this week, we
Shut up. Keep going.
I blew up a cave. I remember that.
Actually, you were
okay,
pretty badass at Witcher this week. I won't lie.
Thanks, homie. Feel good.
It's nice that every character is the MVP and not the Witcher.
Yet, not The Witcher yet.
I'm
You
just
have to
saying.
fight
I'm just saying.
something.
It's pretty funny. The Witcher in
Thanks.
the Witcher campaign is the LVP. So
Yeah, well, not in social standing.
She's
we
the
would be
least
anywhere if it weren't
interesting.
for her.
It's fine. That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Lady RC, I do appreciate the offer, but I feel my intelligence would go best towards the battlefields.
towards the battlefields, where a stray arrow would kill you.
Well, not on the front lines, of course.
She grabs your arm and holds it out in front of you again. Do you think that this has
She pulled
maybe
my arm
been?
off?
Do you think that
Kidding.
this is maybe being exasperated by the fact that you're utilizing extreme measures of power? That you're constantly drawing deep within yourself, pushing yourself to the limits to survive dangerous situations, rather than enjoying the quiet and cold confines of a library and a steady candle?
So he'll pull his arm back from her. I think it'd be best if I was just away from magics for a while. You know, something bomb guy. What's his name? Bombo.
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 Bombo. I don't see Bombo on the front line casting spells. He's
I
here.
like to call him Dum Dum.
Bombo's family
Dumbo.
line is not exactly rich when with magic. He is capable of a handful of basic incantations, enough to command respect against others that are lesser in magics, but he is not a capable mage.
His job doesn't require it. I
Why
wanna
are
work
we
under him.
speaking of Bombo?
I want to work under him, not you.
I am not going to plead with you. I do not need you. I'm making an offer that would likely save your life.
I understand. I know what I'm saying.
Now let me point out one final detail to you, Elijah. This discovery was made, seemingly crafted for creatures that live far longer lives than you. As you dig deep into those wells, you're burning a bit of your own life. But as a human, you have very little life to give. There is perhaps research that could extend the natural longevity of your life and therefore both increase how long you could live and the amount of power you could tap into when you choose to do so.
We're fighting the most important and most dangerous war in our history. I'm not going to spend that time when I could be planning or when I could be researching battle strategies. I'm not going to waste that time trying to fix myself.
Who are we fighting a war against, Elijah?
People much stronger than you or I.
Who are we fighting a war against?
Paradel? The Lopers?
The Perrin are pawns on the battlefield. The Lopers have magics that you and I can't even begin to comprehend how they function. And you want to counter them with a wall of ice when they can bend time and space in accordance to your own accounts?
If anything, it's the opposite. I've seen that our methods are going to be ineffective if they aren't already. I want to stay ahead of the game. I want to see how they fight on paper.
You're dismissed.
Thank you. Have a good day.
As you grab the door and you open it up to leave, she says, "One last thing. Then why did you come here?"
To you today?
You arranged this meeting. Was it simply to show me your arm and your cowardice? When you think of a response, you can write to me a letter. Go to your wall
Yeah, and he'll leave.
And so you leave, shut the door.
Yeah.
Cool. Rena, it's mid-afternoon. You finally feel like a human again. Well, you know what I mean.
Honestly, I don't remember what we were gonna do. I'm pretty sure we were gonna head to the northeast. Is that what you said?
Oh
to the
yeah,
wall?
yeah.
Like close to the wall, because we were gonna see
Yeah.
about getting
But
the weapon
so-
back. Is that right?
Yeah, but it wasn't one of those things where you had to head out immediately. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you are welcome to kind of like arrange for yourself to go, and the Queen's going to send you one of the royal guard to accompany you, and so on and so forth.
I have an idea.
Go for
Well, I want to hear it.
Hey, Rena, you want to head to the blacksmith and try and make cool stuff?
We can.
We could also sell a lot of the stuff that we don't need anymore because, we don't have a wizard with us. So
Wink, wink, nudge,
We
nudge.
can also do that.
You're about to have some downtime, so all those kind of like side things can be done afterwards, after
Okay.
like the spotlight stuff. Yeah.
Okay, it was just
Well, we'll do that.
disgusting so that you can't...
Well, you can't retroactively go and do this thing because you didn't say it before, so you should have said it during the thing when you were in that area, and then we could handle all
You
the...
know what, Tyler? You make a good point.
Thank
make
you.
a really good point. Can I make an appointment with Bombo?
The focus is totally on his character right now. Rena's brooding. Like what she's trying to become a human again after drinking so much. She's like, Ophios, you want to go shopping? He's
I
like,
didn't even
"Yeah,
do
I guess."
anything.
Yeah. Okay, so you make an appointment with Bombo. Bombo will actually accept your appointment, and rapidly as well. He'd be if we're gonna skip past them. He'll actually meet with
Yeah,
you.
do you guys want to do anything? I don't want to.
I mean, not that I had in
I can't think of
mind.
anything.
Like
Okay.
she's doing things in her downtime, but like nothing important.
Vomiting and drinking water, maybe a nasty. Well, you know. So you gotta clean it out. You know. So you Messy. He'll meet with you the next morning.
Okay. that's fine.
The response that you get is that he's an incredibly busy schedule, but he'll meet with you before breakfast. And being a military guy, you know that means you better be up before the sun is. So
All right.
you're military yourself, so it's okay. So flashing forward to the next evening.
It cut out on Zoom, so I can't. Is that
I
supposed to
imagine
be
that's
someone knocking on the door?
Yeah.
Hello.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, it's still me. Zoom's still blocking it.
Wow, good job, Zoom. Rita, you hear knocking on the door that evening.
I will go to answer it.
Okay. It'll actually be Octavius himself.
In the flesh?
In the flesh.
It's not a hologram?
It's not a hologram.
Put my hand through his face just to make sure.
He says,
Slap him.
I like it when you touch me there.
I close the door.
So you open the door and Bombo.
Octavius.
Octavius is standing there.
She'll motion for him to come in.
So you open the door, and as you open the door, he looks at you and says, "My apologies. I hope it's not a disturbance by coming to visit, uncalled."
No, you're totally fine. She'll open the door.
Which,
stand
considering
aside.
he's a high lord or whatever position he is, it's like, nope, yep, no, you definitely are okay to be here.
Whatever, yeah. What am I gonna say? No.
I imagine Ophios is up and about as well, so he will come in and come into the place
He's feeling a little angry.
and say, "I'm surprised you didn't leave the city immediately this morning, considering how things went yesterday."
He says to me, we're not exactly in a hurry at the moment.
Well, I know things didn't go exactly according to, well, your plan.
They never do.
Well, rest assured, the Queen is no fool. Posterity is important, especially when you rule a nation with such a reputation.
It's okay. We're used to being on our own, he says with like a side-eye look.
He looks at the two of you, takes a moment to measure, and says, "Perhaps you don't understand what I'm saying or why I'm here. The Queen would like to extend her hand in aid. She is looking to provide assistance for you."
What kind of assistance?
Exactly as you requested. Funding. Soldiers. Weapons.
I'm studying this man right now. I'm rolling insight.
Yeah, I kind of want to do that too.
Natty 1, let's go.
Nope, 3. I got a 6 total. There we go.
Oh, that was almost a 1.
Why do you roll so well on this channel? I don't understand.
I'm sorry. I don't do it on purpose.
She has luck on some days and bad luck on hump day.
Yeah, I was going to say hump day.
I don't know. I wasn't doing too bad on last Wednesday.
She spends her luck
I
on
guess
hump
not.
day on other things.
Moving on.
Like
Work. We'll say it's work. We'll say she has
Work.
really good days at work.
and schedule and life.
All right. So anyways, he says,
Saved.
What does he say?
you hear this, Cryptic? I love that his name is Cryptic.
Oh my god.
Better than limp dick. All right.
Well, he's
okay,
got that rigor mortis going
Woo!
for him.
I don't have enough wine for this.
Anyways, so Rena, he says, sorry, you believe him?
I don't understand.
The Queen serves her people through proxies. She has the nobility. They carry the will of the people and their own alliances to the Queen, and the Queen takes their advice and sends it back. But they also take what the Queen says and carry it out and beyond the four walls of her castle. Some words spread far and beyond those four walls, even the borders of our nation. We have a certain outlook to all the other nations, a shining beacon on a hill. We've earned that reputation, and we cannot allow that reputation to diminish. You are offering incredibly important insights. Beyond that, it's an opportunity for us to cripple our enemy and allow that beacon to continue to shine. We can't pass by this opportunity, but at the same time, we can't smother our own flame.
Am I to believe that she had a sudden change of heart?
Her heart was never changed. She had to say certain things in certain company.
So you're telling me it was a facade then?
Not for you, but yes.
You'll have to forgive me for not completely believing you, though I don't think you're lying.
I offered you such things even before you went into that meeting. I figured if you would accept it, I could have things put together, arranged for when you were prepared. You did not. I had to scramble to get details to put together for the Queen. She's agreed, though, truth be told, she's not willing to invest entirely quite just yet. She will provide a degree of aid, and as she sees success, she'll provide more aid.
And what does she deem as a success?
You say there are lopers in high positions, potentially even the entire Kringal family. She wants to have one of these lopers as proof that they exist.
Alive?
That would probably be a bit too dangerous, wouldn't it? She would never command an execution. She would never. After you say that, he says, she would never command an execution. But I am here to tell you, it would much be preferred. It would be preferred to arrive dead.
To what degree would you need them?
Intact enough to identify them for as you say they are.
Enough to which you could study them.
To prove what they are.
So a head would do. And she looked at Ophios.
Perhaps a bit more than just something so gruesome. We all understand how battles can go and what kind of damage can be placed upon a body as it falls, but more or less intact, please.
To what degree would this information be disseminated to the society that is Malta?
The Queen has no part in this. The Maltese have no part in this.
Fair.
When does she need a response?
It's already been given.
If a Malta does win the war, is the war to defend or to gain lands?
Repeat that. Sorry, Tyler. I didn't understand that again.
Is this war that you have with Paradel a war of defense?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. It says, has always been. We've lost ground and we've put up our defenses. We've never once taken even an inch of land.
Always has been.
Do you not strive for power to own more or control more?
Never have. Not in this situation. Individuals, perhaps, but not the nation as a whole.
Elijah's not here, is he?
No.
If you would allow me some time to mull over this decision, as there is a lot to do with Lippers that concerns me and the knowledge being disseminated about their abilities. I want to make sure from
he said
a
it's already
friend.
been.
So say again, Rena. Sorry.
He said it's already been decided.
The decision about giving them the Loper body is what I'm referring to.
As was I. I looked to Octavius.
You will be provided aid in accordance to what you're requesting, and the body will be taken so it can be examined to prove that what you say is true. If you wish to take the body back and do with it whatever it is that your people do, I'm not going to stand between you and that, but we need it as proof before we can invest further. Now,
I understand that. My concern has more to do with the fact that their nature in and of itself, much like my own, has innate abilities. And the level in which your magic scholars study to learn these abilities for use, for mal means, perhaps.
I think you're perhaps a little bit overthinking what it is that we intend to do with the body when it gets here. I imagine we would want it for no longer than 24 or 48 hours to verify the details of your claim. And then we can release it back to you. I have no interest in studying the magics of these creatures. Just need to verify that it's true.
So. That's fair.
Then it could be cremated upon discovery. That's fine with me. That's between you and who it's handed to.
I will allow this if Elijah is the one taking part as well in the examination and overseeing. He knows of my wishes, and I believe he would do it justly, and I would trust him.
Elijah is the one that put together the original notes, the detailed sketches of one of their corpses in the past, so I can see that him being a valuable person to play a part in this. However, Elijah's perspective is skewed, so he will not have full say on the matter. he should be put in a board of 3 people. That way, if his say is enough out of turn from the truth, he can be outvoted.
That's fair. I concur with this, and Rena, if it's all right with you, I think this is a good choice.
She'll nod and say, will that be all then?
Unfortunately, it will not, because one thing that I hate to do is to show exactly how vulnerable Malta is. But nonetheless, we are quite vulnerable. We are at a breaking point, and we need to continue to patch and hold until such a time that we can strike back strong enough that we can continue to survive. That being said, pulling together the assets required to accomplish this endeavor will take a degree of time. A month, perhaps 2, as things are shifted and others liquefied. You will be supported. This assault will transpire, but we'll have to wait just a bit longer to do so. Until such a time that we have things prepared, I reiterate and reinforce the Queen's offer. Stay in Malta as guests, with a royal guard to lend you assistance here and there as needed. A guard that will know nothing of these details and these plans, just as they will not ever be spoken of openly in the Queen's court. Even after victory is had, even after the day is won, these details need to stay between the very few involved.
If a Krangol is leading an assault on your armies, I would rather not sit idly by while I could be taking care of a Loper on that scale.
But you also want to have the opportunity. I see Cryptic's arm in hand!
Saw you.
He's a real person. Or a robot.
Yeah, you can.
I want some thigh next time. Alright, so anyways, he says, I totally broke my train of thought. You want to make sure that the opportunity, when it's taken, brings you directly to this Kringal, face to face, dagger to back.
I don't need to face his back.
Do it as you please. Nonetheless, we want to make sure that you are brought immediately before him. It's not just simply within the vicinity. Anybody could accomplish that. Hang tight. He says, hang tight. It won't take too long. A month, maybe 2.
We'll find them soon enough, Ophios. What's another month or 2 to get your weapon together?
Perhaps there's more I could add to a Malta as well.
I suggest you take the time, the little time you have, whatever degree of training that you do, but also relax. Amalta is one of the most beautiful nations you'll ever find yourself in all of Aeroth, dare I say all of Aurorum. Enjoy the peace that is afforded here, because you are about to fight to maintain it. Enjoy the luxuries we offer, because you're going to be the reason why they continue to be offered. Besides, everybody deserves a bit of relaxation for the head into the storm. Would you like to save here?
Yes. Quick save.
Are you ready to continue?
When the boss music starts is what I was going to say.
If you continue
Battle
past this
music.
point, all side quests will be cut off from you.
I would like to offer at least 1 degree, and perhaps something in return. You are a military state after all, where many people do serve in the military, or most, if not all, do at some point. I believe you would have some sort of highly skilled trainer of sorts, would you not, for your soldiers in your military?
There are many, what are they called? Instructors, yes.
Perhaps I could aid in some way of training for combating such creatures without telling them what they are, but so they are more readily prepared in battle. And in turn, I can be trained in new ways that I may not already know.
This is outside of my hands and control. That's between, well, that would be under High Lord Bombo's jurisdiction. We'd have to speak with him and see if he can set up some sort of arrangement with the Venator. The Venator are the masters at fighting the unusual.
Perhaps I could win him over by defeating him in a duel?
High Lord Bombo is not really known for drawing blade. Dueling is frowned upon.
Not in a sense of killing or hurting anyone, just in a sense of showcasing skill.
Dueling is, again, frowned upon outside of the immediate vicinity of a training arena.
Well, then a training arena it can be conducted in.
He'll actually say, funny enough, do you know where, he says, true enough if you can get him close enough to one, but do you know much about Galdaria?
Do I, Scott?
Not at all.
No.
Galdaria has a long-standing tradition of challenging duels and accepting them. A long-standing, deeply rooted tradition.
Are you saying I could face one of their soldiers?
Perhaps you should get to know the person that you wish to duel. To the two of you, I'm going to have to bid you a good evening. It is rather late. I will be sending more details your way soon.
Thank you, Octavius.
He will turn and leave and shut the door behind him.
Autobots roll out.
Okay.
Seems rather boring to have dueling frowned upon, does it not?
Well, I told you, this city doesn't have nearly enough fighting. But, what he told us, I won't lie, it shocked me. Wasn't expecting that.
Nor I. But I cannot stand sitting on my hands. Or coiling on my body.
Well, if you were sitting on your hands, you wouldn't be standing. Sorry.
Nevertheless, do you know where Elijah got off to?
Mm-hmm. I never got
He should probably know this, if he doesn't already.
Agreed. I guess we could check the bar again. He kind of smiles at Rena.
Well, I suppose if we must. I doubt Elijah would go there, but you never know.
At least if I can't duel with weapons, perhaps I could duel in a ways of drinking. I'm sure they wouldn't know how easy it would be for me to win.
Well, I haven't. I've had a day to recover, so I'd make a fine partner.
Beer pong it is.
What's beer pong? That's something of your people.
Plastic wasn't invented yet?
Wooden balls, Scott. Wooden balls.
Wooden balls don't bounce.
They float, and they do bounce.
Well, that's not enough.
Okay.
Depend on the wood.
We're gonna try to find Elijah.
So the next morning, because you don't find Elijah at the bar, you guys drink. The next morning, you meet up with High Lord Bombo. Bright and early. We're talking, your meeting with him is as the sun is cresting the sky.
The horizon? So sunrise?
Yeah, that thing. Ah.
So really early.
Get a refill.
Have the crows? Oh, bye. Have the crows roosted? Have the roosters crowed?
No.
Wait, what is it?
I just want to
The
make.
chickens balked?
I try to slide the bottom left one to the bottom right, to switch those two, and it makes the top right one go down to the bottom right. It makes no sense. Like I just grabbed the bottom right and brought it up to top right, and it moved that over there. What the hell?
I just did it on bottom. I had no issues. Sorry.
Yeah, I can do it without a problem as well.
Anytime
Hover
you,
it over the square.
if you grab one and drag it over, it makes others flop around. It's so weird.
Nope.
Just hold it. Hold
Nope,
it there.
you just
Yeah,
have to follow
no,
it
that's
over.
exactly what I do. Watch. See, look.
How am I supposed to watch?
Fair enough.
I
can't show you.
I
I
can do
grab
it very
Tyler.
easily.
I grab Tyler. I just go straight.
doing it. I'm doing it right
I just
now.
go straight down, and it made the top right go to the top left, and made the bottom
that
left
part.
go to the
Okay,
top right.
I
and
see
then
what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's because it's a sequence movement as
1, 2,
opposed
3,
to a
4.
switch movement.
so annoying.
So like you have to move 2 to do. Yeah, I get what you mean.
So annoying. Anyways, so it's like you just flip the ones and anyway, so let's keep going. You meet up with them in the morning. I meet up with them outside. Cold, brisk air.
Cool. We're meeting where?
Outside, cold, brisk air.
Oh, outside. Is it nice?
No, it's cold,
It's just like
brisk.
on the streets? Okay. Where outside?
He says, let's go. It's time for my morning walk.
Oh, okay. So it's like that scene from the Avengers. Okay. Yeah, I'll walk with him.
On your left.
Yeah, that one.
On your left.
I'm an old man who's dying.
On your
He
left.
keeps lapping me.
On your
Okay,
left.
so I'll go for a walk with the
Do you know what's really bad? What I
is he
watched
commander.
when I watched
Captain?
Endgame, Brittany was like crying about the scene where like the portals open up, and he says on your left, and I was like, and she was like talking about it after the movie was over, and I was like, wait, what? And she's like, like from the scene with the, and I was like, I don't remember that scene. She's like, you don't fucking remember that scene? I was like, no. So she literally had to look up on YouTube and show me the on your left scene to show the significance of that other scene. And I was like, oh, that was not important to me at all. She's like, it was iconic. I cried. I was like, okay.
It was iconic. Yeah. No, it was. It was real. Very good. Good movie, dude. I want another. All right, sorry, we're getting off track. All right, it's outside. We're walking. We're talking. We're wheeling and dealing. They would say. On the
So you're
streets.
walking. It's just a brisk walk, and it's not like 1980s, like speed walking with like the shiny pants. It's not one of those. You know what I'm talking about? Billy Crystal style.
Yep.
No?
Yeah, I was born then. No, I wasn't. Yeah.
But you've seen movies.
Yeah. I think they. Yeah. Yes, I've seen 80s movies. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Yes. Let's
All
move
right.
on.
So not us.
I like your hoodie, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah. It reminds me of the pants they used to wear in the 80s when they speed walked. Are we gonna move on, or?
Yes. Yes.
Awesome. Let's move
Messi
on.
does. You don't know who Billy Crystal is?
I don't know who Billy Crystal is.
No. No, they just called you out. I did not see it in your face. They just called you out. You do not know who Billy Crystal is.
Okay, hold on.
Oh my God. Githane, Iron Monkey, save me. What is it, these Zoomers? He doesn't know who Billy Crystal is?
He was in Monsters Inc.
Oh my God, he was
See
in
that?
Monsters Inc. That's your reference? Oh my God, Jesus Christ.
I mean, I don't know him. Sorry.
Oh my
know
God.
the
Have
face.
fun storming the castle.
He was in Cars. That was a good hit.
Jesus, come on. Cartoons.
I mean, what do
Oh
you
my
want from
God.
me? Let's see.
Do you even know who Eddie Murphy is? That's a funny one.
Yeah, I know who Eddie Murphy is.
Yeah, but he knows Eddie Murphy from the bad movies, not the good ones.
I'm trying to think. Eddie Murphy movie I've seen. My first Eddie Murphy movie was not something adult. I can tell you that. Probably one of his kids' movies. Like
Dude,
Nutty Professor.
have you seen his stand-up?
I think it was probably Nutty Professor.
No, hold on. Have you ever gone back and watched Eddie Murphy's stand-up?
No.
Oh my God.
I don't watch a lot of stand-up though.
It is. No, I'm not even joking. It holds up like 100%. To this day, it holds up. You will shit yourself laughing. To this day, it holds up.
Yeah.
It is so
right?
good. It is so good.
Okay, Grandpa, you take your meds today?
Oh my God, no! It's Eddie Murphy. I'm not making a bad reference like fucking I don't know Humphrey Bogart or I can't get any respect around here. What the fuck's his name? Rodney Dangerfield. I'm not making boomer references, okay? It's Eddie fucking Murphy. Eddie fucking Murphy. Oh my God.
I turned 25 next week.
Yes, but Eddie Murphy is timeless.
Well, apparently not.
Oh my God.
He's coming out with that sequel movie.
I like Tosh.0. He really gets to me with that .0.
You know, I know
It's
Josh has
good.
probably said this to you before, but did you know Tosh.0 graduated from the college I went
Yes, I know.
to? That's our only. He's like our only famous celebrity that's ever been.
Oh my
the school.
God. Oh my
All right.
God.
I'm sorry. Let's get back on. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Aklo. We don't mean to upset the god over here. Oh God.
I'm not shitting on Eddie Murphy. Okay, I'm saying I don't watch a lot of stand-up.
Dude, Eddie Murphy is.
Scott's saying boomer things.
Bessie, now you need to come to my house and watch Eddie Murphy with me. We'll cuddle.
I might be able to pencil that in. Yeah.
All right then. There we go. Bring that number 2. So
Yeah. Let me look up how much flights are.
you guys start walking. It's actually probably cheap. I'm actually genuinely curious. Where do you live? Orlando? Tampa? No,
Jacksonville.
that's it. Jacksonville to NPD, I think it is. Is that?
You tell me, dude. You're the one who lives there.
Nope, that's not it. What is PVD, which is Providence. Yeah, because I live near Providence. Wow, they're already back up to $242 with connecting. Yeesh. Why is that? Oh, but to Boston's cheaper. Boston's BOS because that makes more sense. I hate airports that have stupid fucking things. Like LAX makes sense. JAX makes sense. BOS makes sense. Then you have other ones that you're like, what? Actually, only $167. That's not bad, man. Is that round trip? Dude, Orbitz has $26 flights. What?
You guys looking forward to the Super Bowl?
Dude, you could fly Spirit for $43. Do you want to crash and die?
Like 50%. Yeah, there's a 50% chance I make it.
Do you want to pay for
No,
your
Steve.
seatbelt?
No, we can't, Steve.
Oh, okay. Let's.
I mean, here's the thing about seatbelts on airplanes. Do you really need them?
Yes, actually, you do for intense turbulence.
Yeah, but do you really need them?
For intense turbulence, absolutely. For crashing,
but
no.
like-
But intense turbulence, absolutely. It's either that or you get jacked up to the ceiling and smash your fucking dome piece and fall on the person next to you.
That.
So, all right. Aklo is showing off how many daddies he has and is threatening his trump card. Let's get back on track. So, you sir, oh no, we know. So you sir are you start walking with him, and he says, as somebody who doesn't like the bullshit, just cuts to the chase. He's like, "What do you want, Elijah?" It doesn't formal titles, nothing, no pleasantries.
I want to firstly apologize for my actions in the courtroom. The way I spoke to you, I was frustrated, and I'm sorry.
You're not going to
Any
garner
response?
favor. He says you're not going to garner favor by kissing boots. What do you want?
You and I both know I was the smartest one in that room. I want to work with you.
I wonder what Lady Arceum would say if she heard you say this. And certainly that's a bit of an insult to the Queen.
She's already heard me.
Yeah, he actually will give you a sideways look. Oh?
She offered me a different position. I turned it down. I want
What
to work
for?
military strategy with you.
We'll stop and turn to face towards you. Military strategy?
Yes.
Go on.
Where do I start?
Right here. Because the conversation is ending as soon as I get to the castle. So it's up to you as to whether or not there will never be a conversation again.
I know more about the enemy's commanders and the way they function than anyone else that's ever set foot in Malta. And it also happens to be that I am one of the smartest that's ever set foot in Malta. You don't think you could use that?
I
What
think
if
you're
I
making
told
rather
you-
bold claims.
There's a military commander that's going to invade from the south into Yovance. Probably in the next day or so, if they haven't already. They're going to be right up on our borders down there.
I would think that you saw some of my reports. Or traveled
there.
that way yourself.
I was there, yeah. Last week.
So how is this revolutionary?
I know how they fight. I know how they operate.
You did your stint on the wall. I'm familiar with it.
I have informants in Yovance that have been keeping eyes on their movements there. I could probably get you a list of military structures of importance. I could go there myself, too. If you need a man on the field with powerful magics like me. But I feel it'd be best suited as a talking head, planning out these actions.
What kind of command have you ever held in the past?
Do you know who Rena was?
Yeah,
You know she had a rebellion in Momley.
one that failed miserably.
Yeah, I saw it. It was a ragtag group of people that were sticking to a dream and gave up on it quickly after I arrived. But some of it worked. They did pretty well. And now I'm not saying that I ran that team by any stretch, but I do keep extensive notes on everything.
Sounds like fuel for sounds like something your enemies would like to get their hands on.
The notes?
Not exactly secure if you keep them on your person.
You're saying I'm an asset.
No.
That was for Tyler, sorry. That was a reaction, I had to do it. What can I do to prove it to you?
You're saying that you want to assist me with a military strategy, but you've never commanded a single soldier in your life. You say you're familiar with the way that they move in fights because what, you fought a couple of them on a small field battle and served in the wall yourself? I don't think you understand the way that moving thousands of troops at once works.
You know how I told you that there were commanders that we were in contact with in
Yeah.
London, or in Paradel?
You think that there are creatures from another place that have infiltrated through their military, and there are other military leaders that have recently become aware of them and are looking to resecure their nation.
Gosh,
I spent months. I spent months with a commander, working directly underneath them, in their apprentice of sorts. I saw how they operated, once again, how they moved troops, how they prepared for things. The way they spoke to one another. The way they spoke to other commanders. Their entire power hierarchy.
It sounds like
Understand how it
somebody who
works.
wants to infiltrate as opposed to somebody who wants to coordinate.
Knowing how your enemy thinks and operates is more important than... Oh, did it start popping? Thanks. You could just say it. Is it popping?
It was. I don't hear it right now. It was when you were talking earlier.
If it was popping, I hadn't noticed.
Okay, let me know if it does. Because I could just unplug it, replug it.
Yeah, I
takes
hear
like
it.
5 seconds.
I hear it.
You heard it?
It's
Yeah.
not bad though.
It's
I honestly-
very subtle, but it's there.
I wasn't listening. But then again,
I'll just deal with it.
I have music in my
Happened to
ears.
Start randomly, so.
I have music in my ears. So
I'll
I'm
deal
sure.
with it. Where was I?
Huh, I got a text from Brittany. Oh, Messi's birthday is next weekend. Maybe he'll turn into a real boy. She must be watching the stream.
25.
She
Turning
trying
a quarter
to
of a
say
century.
that,
That's not a boy.
You and Rayren are still or not Rayren. I always think of Rayren instead of, why
Neil.
can't I?
Neil?
Neil. You and Neil are still the same person. So you're fake, he's real.
I'm anti-Neil. I'm Neil from the dark dimension.
Continue on, Messi.
Sorry. Neil's a lot meaner than me, though. Honestly, at times, he can be brutal.
Listen, he has sass because that's all he has.
Yeah, and a cat.
Continue, Messi.
His ass cat. I like his cat. Where was I? Damn.
Trying to convince him of your brilliance.
Yeah. I mean, I could do it if I was as smart as Elijah, but I'm not as smart as Elijah. So this is
Of course.
hard. You seem to be a man who cares more about what's done than what people say. Am I right?
Yep. I hear a lot of talking right now, though.
You stopped to listen. Now you want me to show you something. Right?
And I've been waiting.
Well, what do you want to see? I mean, we're on the streets of Malta. I don't have any idea what to do from here. I can go click around on my character sheet and look for something, but I don't have anything.
Messi's like, I'm going to set this up perfect. Then I'm going to impress him. What do you want me to impress you with?
I got nothing.
What would impress
Does
you
he
the
want
most?
magic? Does he want me? Because
Like, I make the best surprise parties. When do you want me to plan one for you?
Oh, your birthday? Oh, say no more. I got you covered.
clearly, clearly I'm an adept mage, but I don't think you want to see my magics, right?
Magic has
seems almost,
viability on the battlefield,
unimportant.
but you're not talking about magic. You're talking about coordinating soldiers, troops, commanding.
I can tell you how you can impress him.
Zip.
Play me in chess?
No, look at the military map and see what's there and look at it and tell him this is what I think their next
I
moves would be and this is what the moves I would make would be. And then if
I
they
can't
make
just
those
pull out a
moves-
map.
you got to go to the military strategy board, man. Show off your skills.
Would you-
show if you're right?
Okay. Do you think he would? Would you take me to the command room? Would you let me see?
What for?
So I can talk you through an idea? I can show you what I think? Or we could talk magics and
Prove.
what I've seen, what I haven't seen all day, but I could prove to you that I'm as smart as I say.
After all this conversation, everything you've had
How's
with
that?
him, why don't you go ahead and roll me a persuasion check?
Oh,
Don't
fuck.
worry,
Yeah,
I'm
so
there.
great at
You
that.
saw my snake head. You have advantage.
Send me in, coach. I don't
I guess he did.
want to.
Oh wow, that's actually probably
That's
better
decent.
than I could ever would do regardless. And I'll 18. There we go. We got 3 dice left, by the way.
Cool.
Scott, what's the point of those like parentheses brackets there after it says chat pool of luck? That doesn't do anything. Just an empty set of
It's built
parentheses.
in. It's built in.
Yeah, you're popping a lot worse
okay.
now, Messi.
I hear music
right,
in my
I'll reset
ears.
it.
Oh, I heard it that time. But he says, very well then. This is what I'm willing to offer. Because as you know, I'm incredibly busy right now. I have 3 meetings I'm getting to, and then a meeting back in my war room. I'm meeting with the generals. There's a period of time between the ending of my meeting prior and the meeting with the generals. When I walk in that door until when the other generals arrive, you have that amount of time to show me whatever it is that you care to show me. If I had to guess an amount of time, that would be 5, maybe 6 minutes. That is all you have.
My mic working?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So I cut out for half of that, but I heard the last half. So that sounds good to me. But I got to fix this. So just a second. I think we're good. Okay, so let's go.
5, maybe 6 minutes. It's your only opportunity, Elijah. And then you're back to the wall.
Yeah. You just gotta nod and be silent.
He, as you guys approach the castle, he looks to one of the soldiers that are there and says, "Take him to my war room. See to it that he's not disturbed." And then a soldier will come down and have you go with him. Okay. The next morning, you wake up hungover again, feeling more like shit, even though you drank less.
Ovius is fine.
Well, I know you are, Tyler. Rena's trying to drink with somebody who thinks it's water.
She's like, maybe it doesn't. And then like halfway through, she's like, I should have gotten some of that paste from Lady Arsium.
Uh-huh.
Then we'd be on the same playing field.
How much coin did we win by challenging people to drinking duels?
None. You lost coin.
What?
We would have won.
How about this?
Oh,
How about this? I will allow you, Tyler, and you, Rena, to choose somebody in chat. Rena, you represents the person that represents like you guys in the duel. Tyler, you choose the person that represents the bar patrons in the duel.
All right.
Steve. I always go for Steve. He
All
never
right.
lets me down.
Okay.
I'm going with Anno because Anno's evil.
All right. Awesome. Steve, can you do me a favor? Could you go? So Steve is for you guys, right?
Mhm.
Steve, do me a favor. Could you go ahead and roll me a D100?
Come on, Steve. High rolls only. High rolls only, Steve.
Perfect.
Steve.
And Anno, could you go ahead and roll me a D1000?
What?
That's
Anno
not
who?
fair.
Ano who? Ano who? Weird champ. Not my patron.
Oh.
Hey.
That's
Oh.
not fair. I can't
Double or
even
nothing?
get
Double or
drunk.
Double or nothing? Is that good?
Looks
All
like
right.
looks like people
It's all
are
right,
onto your
Steve.
little shtick. People realize that you had cast some sort of poison protection potion, a spell or something like that beforehand, and they weren't very happy. Tisk,
All right, double it up and
tisk.
Steve roll again.
It is
100?
what it is.
Steve D100. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do it. Steve, please.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Good, Steve.
And Anna
It's
D1000
impossible to-
after he rolls at D100.
It's a
25.
No.
All right, come on. We got a 25 and 1,000% chance we win this. Let's go. Come on, Ano. Fuck.
Messi, stop. We're losing our money.
How about this? One
Hey,
for
what's
all
up?
the marbles.
Guys, look, it's Rosin Boomer 14. How you doing? All right. So, you guys go looking
Rosin's
for
been here.
Elijah the next day and cannot find him. Elijah, you're inside the war room. There it is, the war map, the little tokens that represents the different soldiers on the battlefield, the different armies, so on and so forth. Honestly, it's one of those things where you don't know what represents what. You have no clue. Intelligence check.
We won, but only because Steve rolled 100 times higher or 10 times higher than he's supposed to. Intelligence check. Come on, baby.
You very
22.
quickly realize what it is that the different tokens or what are they called, like figurines on the battle map. You very quickly realize what it is that they represent, how it is that they're supposed to be arranged, why it is that they're set up the way they are. Funny enough, actually looking over the battlefield itself, you can actually see that as previously stated by Bombo, the little report that you tried to give him that he said he had already known about, yeah, it's actually represented on that battlefield itself. So everything's primed for what is likely going to be a battle in the next few days. No notes or anything like that are written around the battlefield. Like anything that a general might have as like notes or Bombok has as notes, they do not leave it sitting there on the counter or anything like that. It's like a character sheet sitting on the side of a... Huh?
Is he in here with me? Or am I
No,
alone?
you're alone. Completely alone.
This is your ability to study the map and anticipate what the moves are so you can prove your worth.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm studying it. Does he want? He doesn't want me to move anything, obviously.
No.
because
He'd
I'm
be
assuming there's only one.
Yeah, you'd be fine.
But he's not here, so I can't like show it and explain it.
But you have time to prepare, so what are you trying to prepare?
Two things. Firstly, he'd want to. I'm trying to think. Did Nightingale tell us anything detailed about the attacks they're planning in Yovance, other than they were planning one? Obviously, we know the commander that's leading is Paradel, or not Paradel. Wow, obviously he's Paradel. Is Loper. But do we know anything else about that?
Unfortunately, no, not that kind of detailed information.
Okay.
You know what kind of strategy they might devise using Loper magic, though.
Well, I don't know what this guy specializes in specifically, like what his motif is. So I can make some guesstimates, but I know. Let's take a look at the way that the other places I've been, which would be Momley, because there was a large troop movement there, and then after Rena's rebellion failed, they moved a bunch of troops out. So does he have anything set up on the other borders?
Oh yeah,
That
he
maybe I
has
can see is
he has
not accurate?
all of Malta is kind of set up right there. Right? You know that it's literally just like a battle map of the entire area.
Is there anything that sticks out to me as incorrect or?
It's not
something that
necessarily a
they
matter
might
of
have low
incorrect.
motive?
It's not a matter of incorrect because you're trying to argue whether or not something is going to be efficient. You're more or less should be looking at the formation, whether or not it's appropriately prepared for how it is that you think they're going to strike, so on and so forth.
Sure.
So it's more like
I'm thinking the first thing we would do is see how accurate. The
Are you
map
guys
is.
also hearing Messy double up sometimes?
Yeah, that's really
Okay,
weird.
yeah, it is really weird.
That might be
it-
something I set up. Hold on.
It's like sometimes when I'm on a call with Ano, all of a sudden it gets like really loud echo of like your own voice talking to him, but like with music cutting through it because he like listens to Spotify while being on a call, and for some reason his microphone picks up his input as an output. It's like the weirdest thing.
Yeah, it sounds like
Yeah,
a
I have a.
it's coming across like a speech jammer.
You know what I'm talking about, Steve? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
That.
What?
Is it only when I'm loud, or is it all the time?
No, it's just
It's like
very
random
occasional.
occasions.
Yeah. So just continue talking and we'll figure it out. So right now you're trying to figure out troop placement and so on and so forth. So This can easily boil down to an intelligence check, but I'm just trying to see like what your approach is, so I know what to have you roll for in my headcanon.
Yeah, he would start with the Yovant's invasion, air quotes there, because that's probably the closest one, other than the actual Maltese border. That's like the next major thing that's going to be close by. Let's see what else, because that's the easy one. I know that the commanders in Momley are, what was it? They weren't like fighting for power, but like something happened where there was like some kind of shaken power. Where did we kill the Momley, the commander of that area?
Yeah.
You did.
Momley?
Also,
We killed
Momley in
someone.
general
Remember,
was a
we
bit.
beheaded someone.
You did, yes, but also
It was
Momley in
already
general
volatile.
was a bit starved because of new laws that had passed however long ago between the River King, is what they call the I think Ruin Her, I think is the name of that other prince,
Okay.
and so on and so forth.
Okay. I don't think Amalta has any military action in that area anywhere nearby.
No, Momley's so
Yeah,
far. So
looking
focusing
at
on
our troop
Momley.
placement. Looking at our troop placement, it's probably just the Maltese border, maybe a little bit of Yovant's, some outskirts of the borders, that kind of thing.
Specifically archery placement.
That sound right? Huh?
Specifically archery placement. Okay. Let me. What is Josh saying? Somebody read that. Nobody's gonna read it.
I'm not
Josh?
reading it out loud.
Josh is unfunny one.
It's a joke. I'm not reading it out loud.
Why is it bad?
Yes.
Messy, read it out loud.
It's not funny.
Oh, okay, never
It's
mind.
a dad joke.
Which body of water do you get bonuses to sail across? The proficiency.
Yeah.
It's not a dad joke. It's a Dungeons and Dragons dad joke. Oh boy. Moving on.
It's a niche dad joke.
I mean, that's about walls. I am observant.
So I mean, one of those isn't just about walls. It's about knowledge about support structures and buildings. Yep. It's literally about like bridges and all sorts of constructs, so on and so forth. Like it's all about structural integrity, design, so on and so forth. It's engineering in general.
Ooh, you can
Okay,
talk
feed me
about that
something with
bridge
that.
we crossed.
And your passive investigation's a fucking 24. Jesus Christ. It's insanely high.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's okay.
That's like obnoxiously high.
It's all right.
That's like crazy high, but okay, that's fine. Continuing on. So, moving on.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Oh, those jokes so funny. I understand why TK isn't playing. They want to stay away from those jokes.
Nice.
I love it.
Continuing on. So, I imagine you're looking at archer placement, structural integrity, so on and so forth. But you're only thinking of like mundane uses of this. You're not talking about magical reinforcement or so on and so forth. You're trying to keep it as mundane as possible.
Yeah, mostly.
Okay. So, go ahead and roll me an intelligence. Oh, by the way, you did get a Winifred's Wisdom. Go ahead and roll me an intelligence check to come up with a
Feeling really
design.
wise right now. All right, Winifred's Wisdom. I'm going to use it here. What the fuck?
Double 22s.
You got a 22 earlier as well.
I mean, I feel like I got to take the 22.
That's
My last three rolls have been
22s in a row,
22s.
Scott. You know you
Yeah.
give bonuses when the threes happen. You've said it before.
I don't
We
think
did
that's
the
a
two
rule.
rolls, and then you see if you get a 3 in a row, and you'd give somebody a bonus. This is the first time it's happened.
That's a lie. So you
Not a lie.
that's only 2 rolls so far. So you, sir, are you gonna luck that?
That's 3 rolls. One was normal, 2 advantage. That rolls 2 die. That's 3 rolls.
Are you
I
gonna?
feel like the universe is telling me to take the 22, but it is a 50-50 shot. I hit 25, so Chat, please reimburse me. Thank you.
Yeah, use it.
Oh, 25, and we have more luck than we started with. Nice. Thank you, chat.
So you have a 25 on your intelligence check. So looking at the battle grid, looking at everything that you see before you, you come to the realization again that just your soldiers against their soldiers would win the day full out if you rely because it's not actually your soldiers, it's actually mostly Yovant soldiers that are reinforced by yours. It would win the day by throwing Yovant soldiers at them, by defeating them with sheer numbers. Like looking at it, you're like, we outnumber them like 3-1, but we tend to lose because we don't have much heart there. If we really focused on keeping that focus on the battle, we could beat them through sheer attrition. But the number of lives lost, the number of slave soldiers' lives lost would be absolutely ridiculous. It would be too much. So instead, you have to rely on other tactics to try to get them to win. If previous tactics by Yovants have been throw slave soldier lives at it, and that's how you stop it, just like plug up the hole with lots of people, as terrible as it sounds, you need to almost utilize that expectation against them moving forward. Using that almost to like lead them into a trap where they didn't expect there to be better planning, better structure, better design. It's one of those things where if you can very rapidly get certain structures into place to redesign the battlefield the correct way, quick enough, you honestly think you can outflank and outmaneuver them and kind of get them into a bit of a kill box where you can either decimate their soldiers or cause them to retreat before that. Of course, this is all factoring in as to whether or not there is a Loper utilizing their powers there. If there's no Loper utilizing their powers, you're pretty sure the strategy, whatever it is you're coming up with, would win the day. But if there's a Loper using their powers there, you're probably screwed. So do you want to take the chance of maybe drawing out the Loper and losing? Or maybe come up with a different strategy?
Well, I am 99% sure the Loper is there to push his attack through. I mean, that just makes sense. Why else would he be there?
You also heard when we were on our way in that the Loper was there.
Yeah. And you sniffed them out and everything. So yeah, 99% sure there is a Loper there to push this attack through. Killing a Loper isn't easy. But taking the Loper's attention away from the battlefield so that it can't, he or she cannot manipulate their side or the other side and have to focus on defense from something else, would allow us to use mundane tactics to win, to use this like almost skirmish technique that you're talking about. Almost guerrilla warfare thing you're talking about to keep them from pushing. So maybe if I have a small section of the army segment off to flank while I funnel
The rest
Paradel's
of the
troops, Paradel's troops into a trap, and spring the trap and flank them close to the same time would be enough to win it pretty handedly.
The problem is the plan that you have set up there that requires quick construction, quick redesign of the battlefield, so on and so forth, is not something that just typical civil engineers can take care of. It's well beyond their capacity, right? You don't have real life modern engineering and like machinery and so on and so forth to do this.
Mm-hmm.
It would require a very useful, very unique group of
Mistrals.
Of mages, specifically Mistrals, to be able to do it.
How's the wall doing?
Impervious or frozen solid, perfectly frozen solid, as was designed by the pact with the god.
That's how I lost my job. How many Mistrals are there on standby?
There were many Mistrals trained for many years, And now they still just guard the wall.
So we take some, if not most, of the Mistral force. I mean, that alone is probably enough to win the to win the battle. But if we take maybe even a small number of them to construct these barricades and walls, funnel system, traps, that kind of thing, as like a mobile defense team, then yeah, we could. You're saying we could pull this off?
Okay. So this is kind of like the strategy or whatever you come up with for it.
That's it. That's what I got.
He eventually comes in. Hours later, he eventually comes in. And when he comes in, he literally walks over to a portion of the table, and puts down his stack of well, he doesn't. His advisor, his assistant that walks with him, puts down like a stack of papers and books and whatnot, that like tomes or whatever that they carry with him, and he puts down like the one folder that he has on top that he was holding while they were holding everything else, and puts it down and says, "Start."
Okay. We know they're gonna push in from here, and then he'll talk it through with the Loper in the back that's gonna be controlling the forces. Blah blah blah. Send in a strike team and defend this. Yeah, that thing. And it talks it all out.
So explaining complex details while designing them may be based off of intelligence. Teaching, as I've done 1,010,000 times beforehand, requires not an intelligence check. Because unfortunately, you're trying to convey a message. And conveying message is what kind of check?
Charisma.
Intelligence.
No.
Arcane.
No.
Charisma.
Passive investigation.
No, but...
What else do I have? History.
But... Akala just tossed your Winifred's wisdom.
I still have
Thank you,
one from
guys.
last episode. I was going to throw it his way if not.
I don't think you're allowed to do that, but I appreciate it. All right, so that's what? Just flat charisma?
Yep.
Well, my persuasion is the same thing, so yeah, I'll do flat charisma.
Well, you can click either one of them, because it is technically persuasion.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, who was it that gave that to us?
That
Akla.
was Aklo.
Aklo, you're my little pog champ.
It's always Aklo.
Thank you, Aklo.
Yeah. Aklo
Text
is
me.
Aklo is like the god of regicide. So
Aklo is the hero of Regicide, alright?
He really is. He's so nice.
I'll get a glass of wine. I'll get a glass of wine. I mean, I'm not sure what kind of wine she's drinking, but I'm sure that's the wrong glass for it.
Must be a
It's a red,
2021
The
One
red
model.
wine. It's
That is
perfect for this. What are you talking about?
Well, just so you,
also, I'm not. This is a shitty $4 wine. Okay, I'm drinking it because it's there to drink. Just I'll have you know, it's not one of my $30 wine days.
there's like 11 different types of red wine glasses. It's not just like it's a
High fructose
red
corn
wine
syrup.
glass.
It all
Is it-
goes to the same.
Is it a
place, Scott.
Bordeaux glass? Is it a like there's so many.
Ooh, phosphoric acid. That's pretty nice.
I drink my wine in a friend's cup.
What year is that?
It's 2019. It looks like.
Oh,
I don't know. Oh,
weird. Mine's a 2020, aged with the dumpster fires of 2020
Looks like a 2021 model. Must be.
or smoke.
Iron
Green,
Monkey,
no.
you're pretentious.
Must be during COVID. Particular one. Smells like it.
What exactly smells like COVID?
Oh, they had a Dr. Pepper shortage during.
Rena makes trash look good. Cryptic, she gives you a level up. Oh, that's so nice.
Listen, that is not true. Okay,
thing
it's
is-
the opposite way.
God
Aw,
hasn't seen Cryptic, so he can make that joke.
I have seen Cryptic, just never in motion.
Tyler's seen Cryptic and he knows it's the opposite way,
I
huh?
disagree. I think you guys are a quality pair, and I don't believe in tiers of attraction
Boo.
or looks.
Pick a favorite.
Yeah, you like me or Cryptic more? Go. I'm just kidding.
I keep
Never
saying,
do that.
when's Cryptic gonna come over and have scotch with me?
I know
can-
he's
he can
dying
leave.
to do it.
He can
dude.
leave Rena at home.
Yeah, he will too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He-
How long's that drive?
Cryptic, no. Cryptic, all you gotta do is bring your computer tower
3
too.
days?
I have spare keyboards and mouses and mice and stuff, and I got an extra monitor you can use. You just need to bring the tower so you can do work while you're here, right? You just come on up. You can spend like a week or two. Come on up.
He might do it.
Come on up. A little
I'd do it
rest and
if I was him.
relaxation
What is
from
this?
that nut bag.
Tag
And all
renewal
14
bonus.
of my personalities.
Hey,
already paid that.
Hey, don't call their dog that.
What, peg leg?
Rude.
Arr,
where's-
it's me, a
She's
pirate dog.
tripod.
Where's Peggers?
She's behind me.
Peggers, bro.
She's sleeping. No.
Did you know a triangle is the strongest shape?
Peggers. Oh, Rena, can I get an emo of a three-legged dog and call it like Daelric Peggers?
Mm-mm.
Can you make that a thing?
Daelric PogChamp.
No,
Really?
but I'll make you twice the number
Peg-
of scooter
peg champ.
emotes now, so.
I have new
2 scooter
emotes.
emotes?
I think you need.
That's
an
right, I
ice-
have some power
Hey
here.
Scott, serious question.
I'll only
Let's get
make
real
one,
for
I
a second.
promise.
Let's get real, Scott. For your next emote, do you want it to be a red scooter or a blue scooter?
No, purple. It's his favorite color.
I thought his favorite color was orange.
A burnt orange
You know, he does look like orange would be his favorite color.
and a
He
dark
probably
green.
wears orange sweaters.
He's got very specific color
Red
palettes.
pill or blue pill?
We all know his favorite football team is the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Let's go, number 1, baby, in the...
Who knows the most facts about Scott? Go.
I'm rooting for the Bucks on Sunday.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Well, I think Mahomes is going to win, but I'm rooting for the Bucks. To be
All
clear,
right. Do you think Mahomes now is better than Tom Brady now? Because I think we can all agree that Tom Brady in his prime
Mahomes is better than Brady right now. Yes,
is better. Okay, yeah.
Mahomes in his prime is better than Brady in his prime.
wrong.
Are
Yeah, I
we
don't know
trying
about
to
that one, Chief.
keep the same level of focus that Witcher had, or are we like straying away from that?
Yeah, this is the podcast hour. When we take our
Hold
first
on.
break, Scott?
What how many breaks do you need, or would you like? I should say.
I'm thinking maybe 14, as discussed previously.
Okay.
Depends on
Well,
how many refills.
apparently we
Every
need to
10
take
minutes, I need a 9-minute break.
we need a break, and when we come back from this break that Messi needs for being sloppy, when we come back, we will discuss what that natty 20 on that charisma check means. So we will be right. I did buy the fan Celsier. Messi wouldn't let me start the stream until I purchased it. So
That's why we were late. I'm sorry.
I finally
Bye.
started the. I'm gonna let this thing cool down in the interim. Here we go. Hold on. Let me go to the away screen. I can keep talking to you guys and mute them.
I'm going to get a snack.
Okay. See you guys in a minute.